Okay. So today we will have some formal understanding. Okay. What are we going to see in this batch? Okay. No. See, Prashant Paul, we have already. So this is a complete Selenium with Python batch. Okay. The Selenium with Python batch consists of lot of things. Lot of things I mean to say. We have covered Python. We have covered Selenium concepts, entire Selenium. Okay, and we have covered the robot framework. Now, this could be all the other frameworks in Python apart from robot framework, because there was a separate batch which was happened only for robot framework. Okay, we have separately discussed about that. And then now it is PyTest framework we are going to see. We are going to see BDD framework. We are going to see unit test framework with page object model and all stuff that is there as part of our project. And along with that, we will also see API testing with BDD, okay, which includes DB testing integration also in that. And on top of it, we will also see Jmeter. So this is a complete Python frameworks course. Okay. So robot framework, we have also already announced a separate batch, and that batch was already completed. Okay? Maybe you would have not registered for that. So this is a separate batch altogether. We will also start that in a soon time. Okay. So let me first tell you the syllabus part so that you will get an idea of it. What are we going to discuss? So today, let's keep it more informal. It's not going to be any technical part, but yeah. So from tomorrow onwards, we will make it. We will start our regular class. Okay. Yeah. So any doubts, anyone? Let me show my syllabus. Okay. Okay. 1 minute. Let me. I'm just finding it. Okay. I will give you the syllabus content. Okay. Clear content of the syllabus. Okay. If you're able to see my screen. Okay. I don't think so. Yeah. So this could be our syllabus. Okay. Going forward. So we are going to see all the frameworks in Python. Okay? So how many people are aware of the entire syllabus? Okay, you guys are not aware of it since it is a first class. Okay, let me explain you what is the process that we have been following. So first thing, we have completed Python. We have completed Selenium. We have completed a framework called Robot Framework. Okay. If you want this videos of whatever we have completed, you can reach out to the management. Okay. So there are so many jobs for a single frameworks. Okay. Along with Selenium and Python. For example, if you want to apply for Selenium and Python role, You can apply for robot framework separately. You have so many job opportunities for PyTest framework. You have so many job opportunities for BDD framework. Okay. You have so many job opportunities for unit tests also. Okay. So what are we going to see here is, apart from robot framework is just now completed. If you want those videos which we have discussed, you can please reach out to our management, DURGASOFT online team. Okay. If you want Selenium videos as well, you can also reach them. Okay. Now we are going to start with the frameworks. Okay. What is our syllabus said? The syllabus is Python frameworks plus manual plus API plus DB testing and plus performance testing. So what are we going to see in this? We are going to see Python frameworks. Okay, I have not mentioned anywhere called Selenium and all stuff. Okay, Python frameworks. What are the different frameworks in Python? Okay, in the entire Python scope. Okay, in the scope of entire Python, so there are 5 frameworks. Okay, what are the? That means if you go for any company across anywhere in the world and you do automation testing with Python, there are only 5 frameworks existing. Okay, what are those frameworks? The frameworks such as unit test framework. This is not nothing but, you can compare with Java. Java is different from Python, right? So since Java is different from Python, you the names would be little different. And don't compare Java and Python together, okay? Because they are different. In Java, you have different frameworks. In Python, you have different framework names, okay? So it is nothing but PyUnit, which is similar like your JUnit, okay? You might be knowing JUnit in Java, or you would have heard about something called JUnit in Java. Whereas in Python, we have something called PyUnit, okay? Then there is something called PyTest framework. So which is also called as, okay, which is in Java, it is called as, in Java, the same framework is also called as TestNG. You would have heard about TestNG, right? So in Python, we have something called PyUnit. Okay. Then there is something called BDD framework. The name of BDD is same in Java also. Okay. Then we have robot framework. Okay. A robot framework. Okay. The robot framework is same in Java also. Okay. Name is same. The way that you write the script and all, everything is different. The syntax is different because they are different languages. And data-driven testing, which you already know, data-driven framework, or you can say data-driven testing, which is same as DDT. Okay, which is also called as data-driven testing. Okay, so robot is also a keyword approach. Okay, keyword-driven framework. Okay, keyword-driven framework, or you can say keyword-driven, because everything in robot is keyword-driven. The same way here. So these are the only frameworks that are there in Python. Okay, not just in Python. It is in entire scope of automation testing. Whoever does Python as a programming language, okay, or Java. Okay, in Java also you have only this. In Python also you have only this. Okay, these are the different names that you call in Java. These are the different names you call in Python. Okay, so till now there is nothing. Okay, there is no more frameworks existing in the scope of testing apart from this. Anything you call as hybrid framework. Hybrid is nothing but a combination of anything. Okay, so people, you may think that hybrid is a different framework altogether. No, it is any combination. For example, I have robot plus data driven. I say it is hybrid. PyTest plus data driven, it is hybrid. PyTest plus BDD, hybrid. Okay, any of this combination is called hybrid. Okay, hybrid is not a framework. It is a combination of any 2 frameworks. Okay, so these are the only frameworks which are existing in Python. Okay, so what is the need of this framework? So what is actually this frameworks meant? So each frameworks, what is a framework first? Framework is nothing but a pattern, a design structure. Okay, so what is our motto basically? Anyone who is using the framework, the motto is to automate a web application. Basically, these frameworks are meant to for web applications. Okay, you can also automate the desktop applications, but Selenium does not support it. Selenium supports only web application automation. So our context is now only on web application automation, because see, there are some frameworks which supports, uh, I mean to say there are some modules which supports the desktop model of automation, like PyAuto GUI. Okay, there is something called PyAuto GUI, which is a package, or which is a module in Python which automates the desktop components. So we are not going to discuss about it. We are only going to discuss about this. So here, what is the need of learning frameworks? A framework is a design structure. That means a framework consists of a pattern. That means it has some structure. So like how to run your test case, how to automate your test case, okay, how to what do you say? How to parameterize your test case, how to run your test case parallelly, okay, how to prioritize your test case. For example, I have 1,000 test cases. Okay, I want to run only 50 test cases which are first priority. Or out of 1,000 test cases I want to run regression test cases. I don't want to run all the test cases. Okay, or I want to run only the critical test cases. Okay, I want to make a suite for that regression test cases. I want to run them in parallel. I want to run them using an Excel sheet. Okay. So all these things needs some frameworks, because Selenium itself cannot automate them. Selenium itself cannot has capability to Selenium is just a automation tool, which is basically helps you to automate a website. It cannot help you to prioritize your test case, or to run it in parallel, or to run through Excel or anything. Okay, anything apart from this, Selenium does not support. So that's the reason we are depending on the framework which can help you to do. Yeah, because in companies you will not have, you cannot just automate your website. You have to prioritize, you have to run your suite and all stuff. Okay, so that we need to have frameworks. So in market there are so many frameworks existing. Out of all these frameworks, very important frameworks are robot framework, okay, PyTest framework, BDD framework. Data driven will be again a part of anything. We will see data driven as a common. Unit test is not much used, because unit test itself, the name says, it is done by developers. Okay, unit testing is also there in some companies. Some companies are using unit testing um, as a prior or major framework in their companies. But we need to know all this framework. So what is our main target is to know all these frameworks. Okay. So if you want to know all these frameworks, one or two frameworks, one framework will have a command of it. Okay. Other one, two frameworks, we will see overview of it. Okay. Overview means we will see detailed, but not very depth of it. Okay. Because see, if you go for any companies, you cannot say I worked in every framework. You say that I worked in one framework completely, and I also know other frameworks, because you cannot say that I know only this framework, please give me a job on this framework. You should be able to understand other frameworks if you go for any company also. For that purpose, we have this many frameworks exist. So let's try to understand. So what is the prerequisite of? The prerequisite is Selenium. If you already know Selenium, that's well and good. Otherwise, you can just go and view my videos. If you don't know Selenium, the basics of Selenium would also be enough. If you know the basics of Selenium with Python, okay, that is also fine. Okay, the prerequisite is Python and Selenium. If you know Python and if you know Selenium to some extent, that's enough. You can start with any framework. Got it, right? If you don't know, if you know at least the basics of it, that's fine. So what you can guys do is, if you already know Python and Selenium, okay, you can directly start. Okay, if you don't know, you can go through my videos. That's all. Okay, the basics of it, because we are not going to see very depth of it. Then coming to what is the content in each framework. Okay, the content of each framework, let's try to understand. Just a minute. Okay. So the content of each framework, let's try to understand. I'm just trying to share you. So each framework, we are going to see detailed understanding of it. Okay. And what are we going to see in our entire, syllabus? We are going to explain. So we will start with unit test framework. We will see what is the framework overview. There are some modules, okay, how to write your test cases. There are some modules like setup module, setup class, okay, tear down class, okay. We will try to see what is this. This is very important, okay. This is again a basic of, we will see page object model. We will see unit plus unit test framework, page object model plus data driven plus unit test framework. Okay, entirely we will try to understand on unit test framework. So this will give you a clear understanding of how the page object class works. Okay, so if you have 10 pages, each page, how do you automate? Okay, how do you automate each page? Okay, how do you navigate to other page? So we will try to understand that clearly. Okay, then PyTest framework. Sorry, if you don't know anything about what is this, what I'm trying to explain, that's okay. This means we are going to see the entire understanding of that framework, how that framework work, what are the inbuilt structure of that framework, what are the inbuilt classes, what are the inbuilt, see, what are the inbuilt structure of that framework. For instance, how to write your test cases, okay, how to use the inbuilt fixtures that is provided, okay, how to make your test case pass, fail, and all stuff we will see here. Similarly, in the PyTest framework, we will see how to run the test cases, how to run the fixtures, how to skip a test case, how to order, run it on prioritizing, how to run, what is markers, okay, how to run the test cases parallelly, how to run a suit, okay. With page object model, we will see page object model plus data driven, we will see page object model plus data driven plus PyTest plus HTML reporting, we will see, okay. We will see one framework with one project, okay. We will see one project in PyTest framework. Similarly, BDD framework, if you come. In BDD framework, we will see what is feature file understanding. Okay, this is different from Java. Don't compare with Java. Nothing you're going to compare with Java. Java is entirely different. Python is different. So let's not compare with Java. So what is step definition files? How to write your test cases? Page object model, how do you implement in BDD classes? These are like very important, okay? And we will see one basic project of it, okay? So I hope you understood, right? So we are going to see BDD framework, entire understanding of it, okay? So one framework, we will see very deep of it. Other frameworks, we will have an understanding. Because if you go for interview, you should say that I know all the frameworks. So, you may not be knowing Selenium with Python, any framework you could be able to apply, okay? That would be the basic motto of this. Because we are not sure, right? In companies like in Java, why people are coming for Selenium and Python? There are two reasons. One is they find Python easy compared to Java. And now Python has almost equal opportunities like Java, with so many opportunities, or there are so many job openings for Selenium and Python, okay? With any framework, like you see PyTest framework, they would mention Selenium and Python plus PyTest mandatory. They'll say Selenium plus Python, Selenium with Python plus robot framework mandatory. Selenium with Python plus, okay, or Selenium plus Selenium along with Python plus BDD framework mandate. Okay, you should apply any of these frameworks. Okay, at least one framework you should have a clear idea of it. Okay, if you know one framework, you can easily apply that model to other frameworks. We do not have time to explain every framework because it takes months together. Okay, so the point is we are going to see one framework detailed, other frameworks the equal understanding of it we will see, okay. So one end-to-end framework, either we will see PyTest or BDD, okay, or BDD, we will try to understand. So robot framework is also already done, okay. Robot framework, there was a separate section, or there was separate in what do you say, framework already started and it has already completed, okay. So if you guys want that robot framework classes, you can please reach to online team to get that entire classes. Okay, we have seen every detailed understanding of robot framework with API also. Okay, you can please go and visit that particular classes. If you want those videos, you can please reach to online team, DurgaSoft online team. Okay, and then we will see Git and Jenkins, clear understanding of how to maintain your Git repository, how to run your Jenkins. To whatever extent possible, we will discuss, because in companies, you will be shared with a URL, okay, of the project, like the master repository, okay, and you have to pull the data and all stuff, right? We will try to see that similar model, whatever is possible in our scope, because we don't have in real-time situation uh, in place, but we will try to replicate the same, okay, which you already been doing. And manual testing, it is again same. We will try to see basic manual testing. Basic, I mean to say the regular manual testing, like what are different software testing life, what is software testing life cycle, what is SDLC, what are the different levels of testing, techniques of testing, okay, what is a test plan, what you have in test plan document, what is bug life cycle, what is pesticide paradox, what are the different technical questions they may ask you as part of manual testing. We will cover everything out of it. Okay, this is enough, more than enough, whatever we are discussing. And there are some real-time questions which people could ask you, like if you face this situation, what is your action on top of it? So for that, we will try to see some answers. Okay, some important interview questions and answers we will cover in manual testing, covering all the testing concepts. Okay, whatever is required as part of it. Then API testing, I think we have already done. With the manual postman we have done. We will see overview of it, and then we will see entire API testing using BDD framework. Okay, which includes database there. We will also see a database understanding. Okay, see, it is not like entire course, very detailed explanation. Very, I'm saying it for starting only. It is to understand about everything that is there. If I say SQL everything, it's not like SQL everything. What is required? Okay, the basic things like what is, how to create a, okay, table, okay, how to create a table, how to store your values or insert your values inside the table, how to update the values, how to delete the values, how to alter your data, okay, how to do some basic join operations. So we will try to see the things that is required, okay, not everything. So if I say SQL, do you think I need to learn Selenium and Python plus robot framework? No, no. See, robot framework is not, I already told you, robot framework is a separate framework altogether. Okay. It's a separate framework altogether. I'm not going to cover here. You need to know Selenium and Python. Okay. You need to know Selenium and Python. Okay. You guys got it right. Selenium and Python should be known to you basic extent. That's all. There is nothing on top of it. Robot is a separate framework. See, every framework does not have any link with other. You can start with any frameworks. So if you want robot framework also, because I already told you, see, you should please understand it. These are the only frameworks in Python. There is no more. See, if you go for any job across anywhere in the entire Python automation testing, they would be asking any of these frameworks. Okay, they may there are only jobs which are related to this framework. So the problem, the intention is to know all frameworks, because if you know if you are saying that I am going for job with Selenium and Python, I should know all the frameworks, because I don't know job will be opened for which framework. There are equal opportunities for all frameworks. I should not miss that opportunity, because if I say only one framework and then I say, okay, just learn this framework, this is enough. That doesn't work so, because what happens is in companies, they would have openings for different frameworks. Okay. So because the scope is little limited compared to Java, the scope is limited. That's enough. If you know Selenium, either with Java or Python, that's enough. Yes. Then why you're actually, if you're very good in Selenium and Python, Java, what is the point of learning Java? Python. If you're good in Selenium and Java, anything is fine. Okay. Either you start with Selenium or Java or Python. Again, I'm saying, because don't get confused or don't switch into different things. Only if you are interested to learn it from the scratch, you can learn. If you have any one of them, that's enough actually. If you know only basics and you want to start with this, okay, you can start it. There is no point, you don't need to know both Selenium with Java or Selenium with Python. See, for who are actually eligible for this courses, they want to move into testing. If you are into testing, you cannot withstand with manual testing. If you know only manual testing, it is impossible to get jobs. Okay. There are only very few opportunities, and that too, they are expecting very strong domain expertise. I mean to say, domain expertise is, if you are into healthcare domain, you need to know entire core concepts of healthcare. Okay. If you are into banking, you should know banking. If you are into Salesforce, you need to know entire Salesforce application. Okay. Components. So if you are into any of this testing, SAP, you need to know SAP entirely. So the point here is, either the jobs are there, only limited jobs are there for that, or you have to move to automation, okay? Because the companies are only expecting you to be into automation. If you're into automation, if you're comfortable to go with Java, you can go with Java. Okay, because I'm also starting Selenium with Java course in soon time. Okay. If you're interested, you can join from the scratch again. If you are not interested, okay, to learn Java, since Java is little difficult, Java is obviously very difficult in writing code and understanding compared with Python. So you can move to Python. So you can either move with Java or Python. Don't step into two. It is not required to either move, from Java to Python. If you're into Java, comfortable in Java, study. Be into that. If you don't want Java, you can move to Python. Okay. Or if you don't understand Java clearly, if you're not comfortable with Java, then move to Python. Python is easy. It is a beginner language. Python is easy and it can do the same kind of automation what Java does. And opportunities are also, there are so many opportunities with Python. So move in one. You don't need to move into two. I'm again saying for all of you, if you know Java, don't move into Python. If you know Python, don't move into Java. Your comfortable is important, because you should stay for next 30 years, okay? 25, 30 years in IT. If you want a good career in IT for a very long time, so choose one and be strong in that. Okay. You cannot move into each thing one to one. Okay. I hope you understood, right? So if you have started with Python, be into Python and you have so many opportunities. Okay. And I can share you 100 plus HR contacts. Okay. I can share you 100 plus HR contacts, more than 100, 150 plus HR contacts. You don't need to worry about job openings and all stuff. Okay. You can reach to this HR. They are like not by my side. I got it from some sources. Okay. You can reach them and ask them if they have any openings in Python, Selenium, only Python, Selenium, and manual testing. Okay. These contacts are. So you can just refer for it, not Java. Okay. I can share you this at the end of the course. Then class will be everyday class recording will be provided. Okay. Class will be from 8 to 9. Okay. Or 8:30 to 9:30 we will have. Okay. So this is a continuation class. There are so many people already there from existing. Okay. Yeah. API testing and performance. API also you have. See, API also we have rest assured. Okay. If you are in Java and you are already working in Java, I would recommend you to learn rest assured in Java. Okay, if you don't know Java, go. You can learn my course, which is nothing but BDD. Okay, which includes BDD plus, which is again rest assured understanding. We have something called request modules. We call it as, okay, request modules in Python. We have already seen in the same thing we have seen in robot framework, but it is different framework altogether. Then we will see database testing. Okay. So I would see there is again a course in our DURGASOFT Institute, which is called Rest Assured, which is API testing. So I would recommend there. Performance and all, if you want to come, performance is same across everywhere. I can see online course for API testing in DURGASOFT. Will it be enough? Yes. See, API testing, I would recommend. I'm starting this batch. Okay. I'm starting with this batch. This is the one which I'm continuing in this batch. I'm also starting Selenium with Java from the scratch, which includes Selenium with Java plus API testing. Okay. Selenium plus with Java plus API testing. That would take some time. I cannot comment it now itself. Okay. And then performance plus performance. Performance is same, that the same thing. Okay. Jmeter is same everywhere. Jmeter is not different. So we are going to see Jmeter the performance testing, which is enough for the basic performance testing. Most jobs are there for Jmeter also. So the point here is this is a separate batch. So we are going to start with unit test, then we will see PyTest, then we will see BDD. Robot is already done. Data driven will be a part of it. Okay, automatic. I mean, it will be a part of it. The unit test it will be part. PyTest it will be part. BDD it will be part. So it's not a separate framework we consider. So we will see this three, and then we'll see manual testing next. We'll see BDD plus API testing. Then we will see DB testing implied. Finally, we will see performance testing. Okay, I will share you the formal syllabus. Okay, I'll share you the entire syllabus. Not here. I could not share it here. I can keep. I will ask the institute to put it in your website. Okay, you can find that syllabus in the website, in DurgaSoft online website. Yeah. So this batch I will start later. Okay, Selenium with Java plus API. API means rest assured. Okay. See, I'm not recommending anyone to just join my batch. I'm recommending the best thing of your career. Okay, that's important. If I say only join my batch, that's a different story. So I don't want to say join my batch. You need to understand what is your course and core capabilities. If you are in Python, don't go with Java. If you are in Java, don't come with Python. The reason because you will obviously land in the same way. If you have already started your understanding in Python, be into Python. There are so many openings in Python. Okay. If you're into Java, if started with Java, then be into Java. Okay. What is this? I'm not sure. Okay. Let me see. Who is this? Ah, Harshil. Yes, this is enough. Why it is 7K? I don't know. Okay. API, I think that is enough. Okay. I'm not recommending. This I have not seen the syllabus and stuff. I think this is with Java only. Yes. I think they are also covering Postman here. Yes. If you know Postman, if you are not aware of it, it is. I'm giving everything at one go. Okay. That's what you need to understand. Postman, I have said, okay, if you are interested to learn Postman, you can also go through my videos. Okay. Yeah. Any doubts, anyone? So today, I mean, it's not, I will start, I mean, people can stay, other people can stay. Robot, we will see overview, robot framework. I mean, new joinees can ask me any questions you have. So this could be the entire syllabus which we are going to cover. Okay. Unit test, PyTest, BDD, plus API testing. Okay. End-to-end framework, Git Jenkins. Okay. Manual testing, API testing. Okay. BDD approach. Okay. BDD framework. And then we will see on top of it, we will see DB testing. Okay. DB testing means how actually the data is querying from DB. Okay, entire things we will see, and then on top of it, we will see performance testing, which is with Jmeter. So I cannot give you much details now because you will understand as we progress. Okay, and which is what is the understanding of it is this is something that is entirely useful for your career. Okay, duration will be 2 months. 2 months. It's going to be 2 months from covering all this thing. Yeah. So you have to decide, okay, guys who are new, please decide whether you want to join this. If at all you're good at joining here, I think only 3 people there, okay? Prashanta, Rajesh, and Gayatri. Okay. So you can speak out or you can message me. If you're interested, you let me know. You can just register. Otherwise, we are however continuing this, okay? As a team. So this is something, this is very important for your career, okay? This is very important for your career. We are covering everything in a cost of 5,000, which is pretty, you will not find it anywhere, okay? The entire course is actually 15-20,000. They will obviously covering, if anyone tries covering, I am sure that no one in the entire institutes would cover all these frameworks for sure at one go. If at all they're covering, they would charge 15-20K. Okay, and that's a value of it, basically. You can see robot framework itself costs more than on everyday basis. Like, you can find it in some videos and all, right? So those who will not help you to get your understanding every day. If you have any doubt, no one is going to resolve it. Okay, but it's a regular class, right? Day-to-day class. We will try to understand each topic and each thing very detailedly, right? So there where you will get benefit compared to anything else. Yeah. Any doubts, anyone? Gayatri, any doubt for you? Or any questions you have? No? Prashanta, Paul, and Rajesh, I think you have already asked your questions, right?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Prashanta this side.
Yeah, hi,
So
Prash.
actually, I wanted to discuss something with you
Mm-hmm.
since it's given us an opportunity. Like, I have a 3.5 years of experience. I worked on Selenium with Java, even on database testing, also manual
Mm-hmm.
testing. But that is like 2 years before.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I moved to Canada because of to pursue my masters. I have completed my masters, and again, I want to get into the testing field. So
Okay,
the
okay,
thing is,
got it.
like, I want to start because I don't know the performance testing and API testing. So basically, I would like to focus on those two stuffs. At the same time, Selenium also. But anyway, I
Mm.
know Selenium a bit to some extent. Not to some extent. I mean, I have worked on that like
Okay,
for one
okay.
and a half years. So, like, what would you suggest
I,
me, advise me? Like, which one should I
I
start with?
okay. I recommend you to go with Java only compared to Python because this course is for beginners. Okay, for
Okay.
whoever starting with Python. And the other point is, if you are already worked in Java, I see in Canada there are many openings in Java compared to Python.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
you can also, because I also have a lot of friends there, so I could say you can continue on top of whatever you had. I think you would have worked in TestNG or BDD or any of these
Yes, yes,
frameworks.
BDD. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, any of these frameworks which is mentioned here. So what I was trying to say is, on top of what you already have, you can go with API testing and also learn some performance testing. That would help you. Performance testing, you can learn it. I mean, I think there is no course in DurgaSoft.
Yeah.
I'm not
Durgasoft.
sure. Yeah, you can check if there is any course in DurgaSoft. And
I
API
didn't
testing.
find it.
Okay, okay. Then we have something called API testing, which is generally been taken care by Harshil
Mhm.
from this institute only. So that I think that course is good. Okay, that course is also fine if you want to enroll, and you can able
Okay.
to because you are already into something. So better
Hmm. And
I
I
could
want to
suggest not
know not
to.
only the basics, even
Hmm,
like I want to go into deeper of that,
yeah, yes,
maybe
yes.
API testing or performance. Okay, so only the API testing batch or the course would be like beneficial
Enough.
for me, what you
Yes,
say.
yes, yes.
Okay. And at the same time, also since I worked with a Java along with
Hmm.
Selenium, but at the same time, I want to focus on Python as well because I have seen a couple of opportunities with Python and they are asking for Selenium with Python because if I know both the languages, so the opportunities will be more for me. So do you like, although you have told that if you are familiar with Java, don't switch to Python. But would you recommend to focus on Python as well?
No,
Or
obviously, yes, obviously. If at all you are interested, see, the point here is I cannot see, there are two things here. One is, I can say you that learn Python instead of Java, okay? But I don't want to say it since I understand your situation, currently what you're doing, okay?
Mhm.
And you have to decide based on the job openings in your area. Suppose in your country and in your area you're applying, you have more
Mhm.
opportunities in Python, then better
Mhm.
learn Python. Okay.
Okay,
But
okay.
don't keep your things in both things because it would be again confused and there won't be any help for you.
Okay.
Ultimately, you're learning same things in both. Either you learn in Java or in Python, you are learning something that is same. So
Mhm.
if you want to have some glance on Python, just you can go through videos.
Then
Okay,
learning
whatever.
only Python would be better, right?
Yeah, if at
Instead
all
of
you
going
want.
for Selenium with Python.
Yes, yes, yes,
Because I am familiar with the Selenium
yes,
syntaxes.
yes, yes. The same thing. The same thing.
Okay, okay.
It
Okay,
would be there in Python. So
okay.
ultimately, career with one option is going to be benefiting for you.
Okay, okay. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thanks for your
Yes,
advice.
yes. Yeah, yeah. So I see that you can leave, Rajesh, if at all your opportunity, your requirement is something. Okay, you can leave. This is like entire course, okay, to understand everything, and this is more than enough for you to start your career. First point is, it is a beginner's course. It is not for people who are already expertise in something and then learn something. So if you are already expertise in it, you better go for advanced, okay, on top of it. And there is no advanced. It's all about you work in different companies, then gains you experience. Okay. So if you already know this, it is enough to go into any company. Once you are into company, once you are experienced, once you will learn it out of your opportunities or out of the struggles that you made in real time in a project. Okay, then that experience will gain. So that's important. Be into a project in real time. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, if there is no question from anyone, we will others can drop. I think whoever is there, they can drop off, please. If you are fine, you can either stay in this service. You can. Yeah, I think only we are there. Our regular batch is there. Yeah, we will go through the Selenium entire understanding. Sorry, robot. Let's try to go with 1 minute. Stop this recording.